Sadna. Sadna.
Sadna is enjoying her new life in Britain. Her father, Ali, is still haunted by the old life they left behind. They arrived in the UK from Afghanistan less than 2 months ago, part of the government's ARAP relocation scheme for interpreters. Ali worked with the Special Ops Unit of the British Army, often involved in fighting, regularly risking his life. Now he's worried about those friends still trying to escape.
There are some friends that are stuck in other provinces, and all the civilian flights have been cancelled, domestic flights in the country. I'm sure they will do anything they can to get out of the country, But I say, the best option for them right now is, to get to the airport and, to get their visas and get out officially. And I'm sure if they don't get that, they will try other options too.
So what are the options for those unable to get a seat on a plane to the UK? The Home Office says those in the region who need assistance will be eligible for help under the resettlement scheme. They should claim asylum in the first safe country they come to and should not try to cross the Channel. Those who do can claim asylum in the UK, but are reminded new legislation will make it a criminal offence to arrive without permission.
There are not enough routes to safety. We're seeing that play out through this Afghanistan crisis with a very modest pledge towards refugee resettlement and an extremely limited Afghan evacuation programme. That leaves absolutely no options for those other people still stuck in Afghanistan than to make awful journeys across land and sea to try and access safety in a country they feel a connection to because we've been standing with them cheek by jowl for the last 20 years.
Excuse the building work, we're just getting ready, and as I say, it was for students.
Jean Anderson is showing a refugee resettlement officer around one of her vacant properties. Local authorities across the UK are relying on private landlords like Jean to help them find accommodation for Afghan refugees.
I was so appalled by what I was seeing, and it was just reminiscent of Vietnam, them getting on the planes and quick withdrawal. And I just thought sometimes it's coincidences and things happen, and I thought it's right with an empty property.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity, great.
And we could seal it off.
Lancaster City Council is already struggling to find homes for 5 Afghan families. Like most local authorities, social housing is scarce and there's a long waiting list. With 5,000 Afghan refugees expected in the next year as part of the resettlement scheme, demand will only intensify.
It will be tough, but we just use all the resources we've got to try and find houses. And if we can't, then they just stay in hotels. Or they stay in country.
How suitable is that?
It's not suitable. You wouldn't want to live in a hotel.
Ali and his family are staying in a hotel, but he's just grateful to be safe in the UK. He's appealing to the government to show other Afghan refugees the same compassion.
The whole world is watching Afghanistan, and they know what's going on in Afghanistan. So I would like to ask the British government, Mr. Prime Minister, and all other countries, to treat Afghans and, to feel their pain and, to see that, they didn't escape and they didn't come here because they wanted a better life. They just want to survive,
Ali has put any plans for the future on hold, too anxious for now about the fate of his friends and his country.
Jane Dodge reporting there. And the government announced tonight that £5 million will be available to local councils to help Afghan refugees coming to the UK through the ARAP scheme.